everybody, welcome to another edition of Inside LP, the every now and then show where we talk about stuff going on in the world of Disney. This feels a lot like the morning show, by the way, when we do it at this hour and we have a variety of topics. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's a fine line. It probably would have been the morning show if Kyle wasn't headed to Gen Con.
So the main thing that brings us out this morning, same thing that brought us out yesterday, and good chance it'll bring us out tomorrow, is the Disney Destiny.
That's one thing we know around here.
So I need to put it out there. We're also doing Inside LP tomorrow because it is LP's 25th anniversary, and we do need to. I will be on that episode for sure. All right. So, but the Disney Destiny, Disney's newest. Even more than newest, because the newest actually comes later this year, but the one after that, coming next year, the Disney Destiny has given us even more details on what to expect. So, Fanboy, want to get us started?
Yeah, so we got a couple things. One is some of the lounge. So yesterday was heroes, today is villains. So we learned that what's Nightingales on the Wish is going to be DeVille's. And so this is a look of what it looks like. The spotted piano is a nice touch. So you can kind of, the red, black, white kind of vibe. Perhaps nothing too shocking here, but I don't know. It's kind of cool.
And what is it on the treasure?
I remember. Great question.
I'm trying to find out. Yeah. See, Disney, Google AI is failing me. No, never mind. Okay.
But
so it's got a Cruella look to it.
Yeah, I want to say it's the Cave of Wonders themed, but I'm not sure. We don't
love the space.
What's that?
I love the space on the Wish, the one ship we've gotten to experience it on. It's a really fun space to just hang out and have a drink on the ship. So looking forward to this one.
Then we got, we don't have a concept art, but we know that Cask and Cannon, which is the
Alien Compass,
is going to be Pirates of the Caribbean themed. So, and then you have all of New Orleans Square, because we also learned that the Haunted Mansion Parlor, which is on the treasure,
right,
is also coming here. So not exactly new look, but we got same thing, just different ship. But it was the Hyperspace Lounge on the Wish, and everyone was excited to find out what it was on the treasure. Thinking like, okay, this is where they're putting all their money, and so what's the third one going to be? Well, it's going to be the Haunted Mansion one again.
Which surprised me. Should I not be surprised by that?
I hate to be the jaded what surprises me anymore kind of thing, but I don't know, I kind of felt like that was such a big deal for the reveal for both the Galactic Lounge, the Hyperspace Lounge, and the Haunted Mansion Parlor that I felt like is kind of disappointing. The thing now, I don't know if Haunted Mansion Parlor could be amazing, and I'm happy it's there, but I obviously haven't experienced it yet.
Right. Yeah, I was surprised that they just, since they had the Star Wars Lounge and they had the Haunted Mansion, that they would do something. I just assumed they would do something different for the Destiny. So the fact that it is, by all appearances, identical, I went back and checked. It's just the same concept art as it is on the treasure. Is disappointing. Even if it's amazing, it's disappointing. I feel like they could do something amazing and different. They've done it in the past. So, but we get what we get, and we don't throw it.
And then we also got news. There's a new Aquam Mouse show. This one featuring Chernabog, still featuring this sort of Paul Reddish, Mickey Mouse short style. But these people are very happy to see Chernabog.
I've been on the Aquam Mouse many times on the Wish, and even though it's just a cartoon while you're going up the up ramp, it actually adds a lot. I really enjoy this aspect of the Aquam Mouse, with the fact that they're expanding. And I feel like I read that, how many total they're going to be, because I think they're going to include the old ones as well.
Okay. Yeah, that was my question, because I know on the they're adding the one that's coming to Treasure because it's a longer cruise. But since we don't know the itinerary, I wasn't sure how it's going to play out. If it's a 3-night itinerary, you want to make sure you get the new one at least.
Give me a second. Go ahead and talk for just a moment.
So, I do like the Aquam Mouse. It's out of all the Aqua duck mouse is my favorite. It's not super different, just added an up ramp. But if you're going to have an up ramp, you might as well, make something out of it. And it's got the water effects and stuff. So it's going to, it has another thing to it.
Yeah, it does say this is going to be one of 4 shows available on the Disney Destiny. So, yeah, they will have them all, which is great. I'm glad. That's one thing.
So I wonder if that tells us that it's going to do longer cruises. Like, or is it going to be at least 4 nights? Because it's usually, obviously this could change. But it's usually 1 show a night, a day.
Right.
So,
right. But they don't have any ships that only do less than 4, right?
3 nights.
No, of course, but those alternate 3 and 4. They don't just do 3.
Sure, but if you're on a 3-night cruise, I would hope you're guaranteed to get the new show. Like, if you're gonna not do a show, don't skip on the new one, right? Like, right. You don't want to go on the and it just be a rotation and you miss the Turnabout show because you're on the 3-night.
No, of course they would not do that. Right. So what else did we get?
Wow, you got faith. So that's what we have on the Disney Destiny. I guess I just want to kind of get your temperature. We've got one more day to go.
As I said yesterday, I'm disappointed, not surprised. We've known this already. So just overall disappointed that all we're getting is different themes, same spaces, or in the case of the Haunted Mansion Lounge, same theme, same space. That's an even bigger disappointment. So the themes are great. The Pirates and Keg and Compass should be fun, and I do like this concept art for the Aqua Mouse, the cartoons on the up ramp. But overall, I had a ton of enthusiasm for the Wish because it's a whole new ship. The Treasure and Destiny, just the enthusiasm is much more muted because it's really just the same ship with their different overlays. So that's the direction Disney has.
Yeah, and it's interesting because, when you look at what makes it different, you have Arendelle and Coco and Lion King. Those are the 3. We don't know what. I presume tomorrow we'll hear about the Marvel restaurant, but we don't know anything about the shows or because they've been doing this thing where obviously originally when the cruise line started they had the same 3 shows on both ships, but where a lot of the shows are either redone or new mounting of productions they already had. So obviously. To me, it's becoming less about seeing a specific ship and more about just which itinerary fits my needs, based on when I'm available that's kind of sad to me. I don't know that I have a huge, obviously for what we do, I want to see each ship. So I have understanding, but I don't know that it makes a big difference to me if I'm on the Wish, Destiny, or Treasure.
Exactly. Yeah. I want to see every ship as it comes out, but like right now, I want to go on a Dream class ship, Dream or Fantasy, because I really love that class. I much prefer that to the Magic or Wonder. And the same thing when it comes to Wish, Treasure, Destiny. But I'd rather I wish I could think of them not as just a class, but as individual ships. Like I want to go on the Destiny because it had this. And that's just not the case. You can think of the 3 classes of ships, but within each class, they're more or less interchangeable.
Okay, moving on. We have some breaking news from our Star Wars friends. The long-delayed Skeleton Crew is finally debuting December 3rd. They shared some images here. There's Jude Law. There's here. What's that?
Is that Hooter from Captain EO?
That's what it's like Hooters, or Max Rebo, like Max Rebo's long lost, or a young Max Rebo. I don't know when this takes place. But Mike has COVID, so we don't have answers.
He can't talk?
Yeah, we're not going to make him talk. But I think it's funny because this is supposed to be Goonies in space. Of course, they filmed this thing 14 years ago. So, if they come back for a second season, they're all going to be like 22. But, well, maybe not Max Rebo or whatever his name is here. Got some more looks here.
When is Skeleton Crew coming out?
December 3rd.
Oh, that's coming.
Yeah. So why wait till D23? Just announce it today.
Because D23 is everything they announced this week just proves how much they're going to have to announce next week that they don't even have time for pictures from Skeleton Crew. It's just we're going to be no more s'mores. That's everyone in the audience just going Honda Center. No more s'mores. That's what I picture next week.
Can you explain this no more s'mores thing to me?
Are you serious?
Yes.
No, I can't. I'll do that off the air because anyone that's watching gets the reference.
Is it a Disney reference?
No, it's an Office reference. The Office.
Oh, okay. So I don't know. What do you think of Skeleton Crew?
I love the Star Wars series. I have zero excitement over every new Marvel series that comes. This whole, what is it? Can't even think of the name of the big one everyone's all excited about.
Agatha all along?
Yeah, Agatha. I keep wanting to say like Aretha or something. Agatha all along. I have no excitement over that. Every new Star Wars show I am excited over. And the only one that did not stick with me was the most recent, The Acolyte. Every other one I've really enjoyed, watched the whole thing. And so I'm very excited, except for the animated. I don't do animated. So I'm excited for Skeleton Crew. And these pictures, seeing Hooters in it, makes me even more excited. How about you?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I think, I wrote in my column a couple days ago that, I just felt the cadence of Disney Plus has been completely whack since it started. It was either too much at one time or too little. I mean, in August, there's nothing. So, September, we'll get Agatha all along, and then that'll lead into Skeleton Crew. And it kind of, it's a little bit more normal, I think. So I'm excited for that. But
Yeah.
it's nice to have something of that scale just ready to watch on a Tuesday night or whatever.
So, question for you: when Disney Plus first started, the first couple of years, even I was really into every new series, and I felt like there was just a general buzz in the community about everything. My enthusiasm has waned. Is that just me, or is the enthusiasm over new Disney Plus original series just not what it once was, even in the Star Wars and Marvel universe?
I think it definitely has waned. What I don't know is if now that it's less of a every week there's one, will it peak back? I mean, Acolyte started strong. It had a big drop off. I don't know if that's the show or it doesn't. People were interested at least at the beginning.
Okay.
So, I think when Marvel starts there, I think Agatha will be big just because it's been a while and now people are, Halloween kind of themed show. So I think, I don't want to reveal stuff that hasn't been revealed, but I think that one will be buzzy, more so than, Echo was.
How about Renegade Now? You expect that to get people excited again?
Canceled. Sorry, Renegade Now. I actually watched Renegade Now, for work reasons, and not my cup of tea. But
that's your cup of tea. That's a Disney Plus show that we found out yesterday is not coming back.
I will say too, it was nominated for Television Critics Association Award. So,
what did Percy Jackson do?
It did well, very well.
Did it do well buzz wise? Do you feel
it filled up Hall H, right? So
yeah, okay.
I mean, it's the buzz for Percy Jackson is probably going to be in different places than the buzz for
True.
stuff you watch. So it's definitely a younger audience, which is good. But I'm sure.
Good. Cool.
I think we underestimate the power of Percy Jackson, and it's very much. I don't want to say Harry Potter, but that level, one step below that for a younger generation. But speaking of Harry Potter,
nice segue. Did you plan that, or is that just a happy accident?
That just happened. So we got some looks at the new Wizarding World coming to Universal Epic Universe.
We have an article on this. You don't have to use your email.
Oh, I didn't know that yet. Somewhere there's. Oh, here we go. So here's, I guess, like a portal into the magical world.
Before you get to this, scroll back up because this reminds me. Can you define for me what a mini jumbo pin is?
I think that's just called a pin. It's like jumbo shrimp.
They call this a mini jumbo pin. It's very hilarious.
Well, I guess we can find out the size. Let's see here. Does it say? It's 3 inches high, 3 inches wide. So I don't know. I would just call that a pin.
I would love to know. You know what? It's priced like a jumbo pin.
Right. That's. I think that's where
that's what they mean.
Yeah.
But if you do have a need to purchase this mini jumbo Haunted Mansion 55 years pen, just go to Laughing Place. It's right there in our right border, and therefore we get a little affiliate fee. Guessing it's larger than standard, but not as big as jumbo. You were being kind.
So you're going to enter a Parisian park. I believe Radmig's Ratatouille Adventures right here. And then enter the magical world through this portal. And then I guess be in France. So there's the Arc de Triomphe.
Hey, I was just there a couple months ago.
Oh, yeah, there you are. This is all new to me. So they're going to be using the Metro Flow, a unique mode of transportation seen in the films, to journey from Wizarding Paris to the British Ministry of Magic. So basically, we wanted to create a land that was Parisian themed, but we didn't want the actual ride to take place. So you end up at the trial of Dolores Umbridge, and you'll go into the ministry's atrium and board magical omnidirectional lifts to watch the trial take place. Oh, so this is like I'm trying to think, what ride is this like? Almost like 20,000 Leagues over at Tokyo Disney Sea, or I mean, I don't want to say Haunted Mansion, but like you're like basically you're on these hookah arms, I'm guessing, but you're in, instead of being in a seat, you're in an elevator.
Kind of like Forbidden Journey over at Universal Studios Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. I mean, I like it fair enough, but I'm not into everything. But I really think the concept art's pretty cool.
Yeah, this park is going to be spectacular, right? I mean,
I don't know. I've been super impressed with what I've seen so far until today.
Really?
Yep.
That's your Disney bias talking.
Yeah, definitely. Then there's going to be a full-scale theater experience, because we know Universal does theater experiences perfectly. Performers and puppets and special effects, and follows the ringmaster Skender, who has stolen Newt Scamander's suitcase, and so it's a circus. McGurkus. Nope. I don't know. What do you think, DB? I know you're not a huge Harry Potter fan, but
no, but I wasn't a Harry Potter fan at all until I went to the Wizarding World at Universal Studios, and then I became a fan. And those lands are just spectacular, both of that one and Diagon Alley, and I expect nothing less here. The attractions are hit or miss. Forbidden Journey I think is amazing, but Flight of the Hippogriff, no, just kidding. But Green Gods is less than amazing, although the queue is spectacular. So I think this is going to be great. I think they do Harry Potter very well, and I'm looking forward to this and the rest of Epic Universe. And I know Disney, they've already fired their shots back with the Wizarding World. I'm sorry, with Pandora, but I'm hoping that this gets them to do even more stuff on a scale like this, because we'll find out next week what they have in mind to respond to this. I do think this is going to make a dent. It's pretty cool. People are so hyped over this.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question that the Wizarding World of Harry Potter created this theme land thing, right? Where everyone wants to go into a themed environment. They know Cars Land, obviously Pandora, even Galaxy's Edge, kind of where, I mean, literally Galaxy's Edge is an outgrowth of Harry Potter. But I think that this is to me very impressive. Like for me, Harry Potter, the Wizarding World is neat, but what I don't like about the Diagon Alley is just too cramped. It's like I know that they're trying to be screen accurate, but there's not thousands of guests in the screen accurate world. So
Yeah.
Forbidden Journey is fine. I like the what's the other place called?
Diagon Alley?
No, isn't that the first one? What's the second one?
Diagon Alley. The first one is just.
Oh, it's the first one. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Diagon Alley. I like that land a lot better. I think with the dragon and everything, but the ride is garbage. And then
the ride is not great, but the queue is great.
Yeah, the queue. Yeah, you get to go downstairs in the elevator and then go upstairs. And then I think Hagrid is excellent. The Hagrid coaster is excellent.
Hagrid is so good. Yeah, so good. I need to go back for just a moment. Apparently, the normal person sitting in this chair is sitting in their car yelling at us. That is not Hooter or Max. It is a character named Neel, Neel, a youngling who lived in the galaxy around 9 ABY. I got a link to Wikipedia. So there we go. Still looks like Hooter to me, but you're probably right.
Maybe Hooter's wearing a disguise.
Kind of have a disguise. Wikipedia, descriptive information, skin color blue. That's it. Indistinguishable from a Smurf.
Okay, and then I know how much you love a Disney commercial.
Uh-oh. What do we got?
Let's see here. Let me see. Is this showing right?
Yes, it is. Just we need the audio unmuted.
I'm working on it.
There is a special kind of magic that takes an ordinary moment and makes it incredible. It's the kind of magic that princesses can create. It's the kind of magic that shows just how far you can go. It unleashes our imagination and gives us the courage to take the first step into adventure. It's the kind of magic that makes the world more fun. Once you discover it, you can help others find their own. So the unbelievable becomes possible. There's no limit to what you can do. Disney Princess, create your world.
YouTube then recommends Teen Wolf.
What is that a commercial for?
The Disney Princess franchise.
Just the franchise? I don't know, just the way the castle looked there. I'm like, do they have a new video game or video game world or something? But it looks so not real at the end. But no, it's cute. I love Disney princesses. My favorite Disney franchise. It's adorable. Could use a song, but it's adorable.
I feel bad for the brother who's been like inexplicably transformed into a dragon.
So you have a sibling. You know what it's like to wish curses upon each other.
Fair enough. Now we will get more about this Disney Princess Create Your World campaign at the D23 event, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event, UDFE.
Think so?
Safe bet. But I think
Rebecca loves that so much. Create your world. I like that. That's good life advice, by the way, in general. Create your world. Don't let life happen to you. Create your world.
But yesterday we got a look at the floor plan for D23, Ultimate Disney Fan Event, featuring many things that have not been announced. So just going to point out a couple things. So I'm going to start on, just to keep things simple, the 200, the new building on the I guess it depends which way you're facing. But the new building on the second floor, that's going to be the shopping experience with the D23 Marketplace, which is the big store, formerly known as the Disney Dream Store. But it's also going to have Disney Publishing and some other folks in there, including the Disney Princess Create Your World featuring Lego. So that's a segue. And Pixar Putt. Not sure what that means, but I know there's
Pixar Putt?
Pixar Putt. You want a mini golf? You can Pixar Putt. So I don't know how that's going to look inside that space, but that's a thing. So that's in the new building. Across the way on the 200 level is going to be the Hyperion stage and the backlot stage. Then something called the Inside Out 2 headquarters. Don't know what it means.
I get it. Headquarters. That's cool. That's clever.
Oh, where's my dumb doobie emoji? And
I was smart. I got it.
Like 10 years too late.
Move on.
And then there's the Charter Lounge. But I'm just gonna tie something there. And then on the third level is the archive stage, which is much bigger. The third level ballroom is the biggest that's actually a ballroom. So it's great to see them getting some attention. And then a break area for those that need a little bit of peace and quiet.
Good news is,
what's that?
It puts this emoji by your name. I'm guessing that means member, but it's still not able to show it.
Okay. Good. Well, at least we know. Oh, but I have a little symbol. That's kind of
yeah. I'm guessing that symbol means you're a member.
Yeah.
We have memberships now. Click that join button, unless you're on iPhone, in which case go to Safari and click that join button.
And then on the show floor, I'm just gonna go. So you have the company store, which is basically the Disney employee store. Citizen Watches, the Archives exhibit, which is the car exhibit. We've got there's going to be Epic Mickey Rebrushed will be on the show floor. Disney Fine Art, the Disney Vacation Club, all those folks, the Family Museum, the Hometown Museum, and then Imagineering Behind the Dreams as well, which is the big Disney Parks exhibit. Which behind there will be Mickey's of Glendale and their pin store. We got the Pixar Disney Animation booth. The volunteers experience, which is kind of cool, where you can kind of be a volunteer for a day, typically. ESPN is going to take you, ESPN, first time they have a major presence on the show floor, they'll be taking you inside the college football. I just noticed Honda's going to be there, so not to be confused with the Disney 100 Hyundai.
Do you expect ESPN, serious question, do you expect any mention anywhere in that ESPN first presence on the floor of ESPN experiences?
Good question. No. I doubt it. I doubt anyone involved in this knows that ESPN experiences is a thing.
Exactly. Probably better chance of seeing that over at Nat Geo.
Right. Speaking of Nat Geo, they're going to have a Hexodome. Don't know what that means, but they're going to be there. Lucasfilm's going to have their booth, which will feature a look inside Stagecraft, also known as the Volume, also known as the Unreal Engine. Avatar is having their pavilion. Sorry, Marshall Lamb won't be able to be there, but
what do you expect there? Is that for the movies, or like they're going to be hyping their Disneyland big announcement?
I think it's from Lightstorm. So I don't know. I'm trying to see if it's in here what they're doing. It just says Avatar Pavilion, all caps.
Okay.
But it's also labeled. Oh, that's right, Avatar Pavilion. 30 Years of Disney on Broadway, A Descendants Rise of Red experience, 31 Nights of Halloween, a Disney Channel wand ID where you can make your own Disney Channel wand.
Did they do that at the Disney Channel night at Disneyland?
They did.
Okay.
Took forever.
Now people have
Hulu,
time.
Ava Fest. If you went to Comic-Con, you can go on Marketplace and see our coverage of Ava Fest. Disney Plus booth, which will feature a meet and greet with Bingo and Bluey. And Marvel Studios, this is pretty cool. This is going to be a walkthrough of the TVA. So,
Okay.
and then we are going to be back here in the butt of next to the Premier Stage Q, in the D23 Emporium. And then the Premier Stage is going to be presented by Fandango, is going to be in the arena. So that's going to be a nice big stage. So it's nice to see that the Honda Center doesn't mean that they're just using small stages, that they're still going to have big stages at the Anaheim Convention Center. Because that was my concern. It's like, okay, well, we're taking all that money, so we're not going to have any money to do, big stages. But they will.
Yep. And as you said back there, the D23 Emporium, way in the back by the AT&T Relax area, is where you will find the vendors and other organizations like us who will have their booths there. So please make the effort to come on back and say hi to us and the other smaller vendors back there. We have lots of stuff to give away. If you come see us, you will not leave empty-handed. Our only goal is to give you free stuff.
I do have a question for you, Doobie. Mm-hmm. What time do you wake up in the morning?
About 6.
It's not
4.
Not gonna be good. So we got a little bit more of the what you need to know. So the shopping virtual queues will have, for the shops that open at 9 a.m., we'll have 2 times to open, 4 a.m. and 1 p.m.
And this is signing up the day of, right? So
yeah.
If you plan to go to Expo on Friday and want to do some shopping, you need to get in the virtual queue. And the first opening for that virtual queue is 4 in the morning. What are they thinking, man? What are they thinking? What's up with this?
I have no idea. That's so stupid.
Make sure if there's technical issues, there's no one there to actually work on it?
I don't know. Like, I really don't know. I mean, it's just rude. Because you're gonna be so the showcases are scheduled for 2 hours, so that ends at 9. Let's say they run a half an hour long, which is not unheard of, and then they're saying it could take up to 2 hours to get back. So you're never gonna be back at your car until, or whatever, until 11:30.
Yep. Don't make no sense, but we get what we get and we don't throw a fit. We're just happy they let us buy merchandise. We're happy they let us spend money. Thank you, Disney, for taking our money.
I know, it kind of feels like maybe they don't need it.
Yeah. Have a boycott happen. No one buys anything. Watch how fast they get stuff.
But I'm going to be honest with you, and this isn't me being bitter, but if you go into D23 Ultimate Disney Fan Event with not having a goal to buy merchandise, maybe you come across something, maybe you get in somehow, but like if you don't make that the priority and instead you make experiences the priority, you will have a much better time, because the merchandise will be overrun, filled with things, and then you're going to realize that I spent all this effort to get pin or shirt or something that is in my closet, that there's no shortage of cool Disney pins, there's no shortage of cool Disney merchandise, but being able to see Susan Egan perform, or learn from the archives about the history of the 64 World's Fair, those are things you don't get to do every day. So
if you are someone, because there's the floor, which is where smart people think the fun is, but there's the big events and the shopping, which there's a certain segment that's what they want. They want to go see the big presentations and spend their money. So at least now spending their money doesn't get in the way of the big presentations, since those were at the Honda Center after hours.
Yeah, I think that's going to make it worse, right? I mean, it's just going to make
for sure.
There's nothing else to go away from.
But for them, it makes it better. But yes, for people who just want to casually, it definitely makes it worse. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, because we're used to those big presentations sucking up a few thousand people each day, and that just won't be the case this time. So, do we know? Did they adjust? Did they adjust max attendance as a result of that?
We don't know, but what do you think?
No. So, yeah, just expect things to be a little busier. Those smaller presentations, which perhaps you could walk into because everyone was over at the studio panel, maybe now they'll be a little bit busier than they were in the past. But we'll find out. We're only a week away, a week and 2 days away from the UDFI.
Good for you. Now, speaking of merchandise, so I'm on here at DisneyStore.com. Some of the merchandise that's launching at D23 Ultimate Disney Fan Event on August 8th at 8 a.m. I guess that's when they're going to be revealed, and then you can shop them on August 12th at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So that includes things like the Disney Designer Collection Midnight Masquerade series, something called Disney Lacers, which is a vinyl collection that I'm not quite sure, and then some stuff from Marvel and Star Wars. So you will still have an opportunity, even if you don't go to D23, to buy some of the merchandise that's debuting there.
Much like Tiana's merchandise is now debuted on Shop Disney. Yeah, DisneyStore.com. Old habits that hard. Anything else?
No,
Check the Twitterville. Anything going on? It feels so much like the morning show. I'm like taken back 18 months. What about this popcorn bucket?
What about this? Tell me about it.
So apparently, this is a thing that Cinemark likes to do. We like that they do it because we invariably get tons of traffic for this for some reason. And we now have a reveal of the Deadpool and Wolverine popcorn bucket. Or the new Deadpool and Wolverine popcorn bucket. This movie's out, but here's the bucket. It holds 130 ounces of popcorn, which is a lot of popcorn.
And most will never have any popcorn type.
It costs $29.99, and it is now available for pre-order. And the orders for the bucket are open until August 11th, and the item will ship in mid-November.
Wow.
This is Cinemark, which is a movie company, right? Movie theater?
Yep.
And this will
You probably know they're better at Century Theater. Their brand is Century.
And they will be coming to you long after this film is no longer in theaters.
No, but maybe while you can watch it on Disney Plus or Disney Plus at home, eating the popcorn, or Hulu or whatever they ends up. ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
So, here's something exciting. It's not Disney related, but it's fun. You can get launch tickets at Kennedy Space Center for the NASA's Northrop Grumman CRS-21 mission to the International Space Station, which is a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. It's going to lift off at 11:28 Eastern Time, and you can see it with just a ticket, or if you want, you can get closer with a launch transportation ticket. So did you ever get to see a rocket launch while you're in Florida?
We went to see a shuttle launch.
Oh, wow.
Which was truly spectacular. So glad I did it. We were on the grounds literally on the grounds for it, and it was just amazing to see. Even though my enduring memory is the 8-hour trip to make what's normally a 1-hour trip home, and having to go to the bathroom so bad.
If only you had a Deadpool Wolverine popcorn bucket.
120 ounces would have been sufficient. Yeah.
I do like this on the bottom of the email. They have their tagline, which is "One small step from Orlando."
Very clever.
That's clever.
Slightly irreverent, but also very clever.
So I have one more thing. We talked a little bit about D23. I have a personal question for you. What's the one thing that you want to hear about, like that you would make you go like, okay, finally, Disney is back. This is happening. I trust Disney now. This is gonna.
Nothing will achieve that because too many things have been announced and not occurred. But
what if they said, okay, like instead of saying, okay, we're blue skying, or this is gonna happen, but construction begins Monday.
If they convince me that they are actually developing Beyond Big Thunder to a scale that is just so impressive, that's not just another attraction, but we are doing something truly special,
truly innovative. That's what I want to hear from Disney, is innovative. I don't want to hear something that they've done somewhere else, no matter how good it is. I want to hear that they are going to innovate at Walt Disney World. And I also want to hear that when they do something for Avatar at Disneyland, I want to hear what that is, and I want to hear that it's something new. They've teased us with the water ride. I hope that is what we get, and I hope it is something spectacular, something innovative that says, yeah, Disney is back when it comes to innovating in themed entertainment, not just copying or, almost playing catch up sometimes. Something that says that we are once again taking the lead. And I don't know what that is because I'm not an Imagineer, but I'll know it when I hear it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like it's frustrating that the only construction project happening that officially for a new attraction right now in the domestic theme parks is Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Disneyland.
Very sad statement, because no matter what gets announced of a large scale, we won't see it for years. It takes a long time to build stuff. So that's sad.
Yeah, and I mean, that's why it's not so much that like, okay, they need to start working on these things because nothing they build is going to be, nothing of any scope is going to be ready next year.
Right.
And, maybe not even the year after that, depending on what happens. Now, obviously, internationally, there's stuff happening, but, it just doesn't resonate as much as, we get to go internationally and experience these things that most guests, don't. It's Disneyland, Disney World, what they do in Paris, and that's great, but it's not the same as, doing it here where the magic began. And,
right. I think it helps. It affects perception too. I mean, it really feels like, for those of us in America, which I gotta believe is a huge percentage of Disney's clientele, Disney does not feel like the theme entertainment leader / innovator anymore. They seem like Universal has caught up, and in a lot of ways, Disney's playing catch up. And as great as Galaxy's Edge is, I love Galaxy's Edge. I think Ride of Resistance is maybe the greatest theme park attraction ever. I don't think most Disney fans look at that and go, oh yeah, Disney clearly leapfrogged back over Universal with those creations. And I want to see them do that.
See, I think Galaxy's Edge was great. I just think it was too far. I mean, they need more consistency. It's not just building one great experience. It's about building many great experiences, time after time. If you look back at, the Disney decade, now not all those things happened either, but there was just a lot happening, that were all sort of this isn't Disney decade, but basically, Splash Mountain, Indiana Jones Adventure, Disney's Hollywood Studios in and of itself, Animal Kingdom, all those things just coming time after time after time within a 10-year period. And if you look back at this 10-year period, obviously COVID got in the way, but, not quite as impressive.
You know what they can announce that'll make me go, yeah, Disney's back. 5th theme park.
See, I don't want them to announce a 5th theme park. I want them to fix the theme parks they have.
I do too. But if they announce a 5th theme park, and I mean a good theme park, not like there's so many things they could announce which would be not impressive. But if they said, yeah, we're going all out.
Disney has like 47 theme parks.
we're building a 250-acre monster theme park unlike anything you've ever seen before. I go, yeah, this is Disney. This is Disney. They're not going to do it, but that would get me excited.
Yeah, I want to be excited. I mean, it was interesting because obviously Marvel reached a rough patch, and I was at Comic-Con, and it felt like Marvel was back, right? With the drone show, Deadpool and Wolverine just being in theaters, the Fantastic Four looked amazing. Robert Downey Jr., Russo's. I mean, we don't know how these things are going to play out, but it built excitement, regardless of how it actually pans out. And I could use some excitement, at least, and there's always going to be people who are going to be like, well, maybe they'll, but I'm going to choose to stay positive until I'm proven otherwise, just because it's more fun that way. But we'll see. I mean, we'll obviously be here talking about it for the next 2 years once we hear what they have to say. So anything else before we go, Doobie?
No, I don't think so.
Thanks so much for joining us. Don't forget, you can become a member. We got lots of ideas on what that's going to look like. So feel free to join and be part of our ongoing discussion as we deal with everything that happens day in and day out. But even if you're not a member, we will be back tomorrow to discuss the final day of Disney Destiny reveals and whatever else comes our way. So, bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.